So this is part one of my little walkthrough of my quarter scale coaching in. This has been, I think it might even be 3 years now in the making. Features a number of different buildings, but I'm going to show the first two here because once I complete it, you won't be able to see some of the rooms as well. So I wanted to have a chance to sort of show those. So you can see we've got our frontage with our stagecoach here. It does still need a little bit of, I want to do a bit of weathering on the stagecoach. This is one that I got from Matchbox. I had a hard time finding one that even sort of fit the size. I think a lot of them are 1:43 rather than 1:48. But you can see here, we've got our shop. So often the coachway that you can see here would go to a much greater complex, and the reason that they would do that is so that you could then have frontage in front of the building that you could have for shops and things like that. So the more valuable real estate could be used for shops. So I decided to put in a shop. We'll see what that looks like inside in a second. I'm going to take off the stagecoach now just so you can see a bit more of the detail of the front. Eventually I'll probably glue that down, but we'll see. So there's our little shop window here. It's tough to see all the elements unless you're really in person, which is unfortunate. Hopefully you can see we've got some parasols and fans and hats on sale here. And we've got our marker for mileage, so and then we'll swing around. So the bottom of the turntable needs a lot of finishing. I've ordered paint to touch this up. But I really wanted to do it this way so that I could have the lights within these drawers here in the base, and then put it on a turntable so it could actually be turned around and you could sort of see more detailing. So as we go around, you can see here's some of the wares that the shop has put out. With a bit of glue that's still drying. And then we're going to come around and take a look at the back. So here we are in the back. We've come around from the shop. And the shop is, sadly with all this detail in here, is one of the things that will be pretty much completely not visible once this is complete. So I'll have video of it and I'll know it's there, but all of these nice little details you will not be able to see. Our hats on sale, nice little wares here that you can buy. We've got some hot cross buns up there and the scale. You can see a little bit of the window display very, very far there. I don't know if I can zoom anymore. No. And then up above the shop is a dressmaker, so they would come into the shop, and if they wanted a dress, they could get that made. And this is another thing that's going to be completely not visible in the final project. So yeah, I've worked on it. I know it's there. I could have not finished these, but I really wanted to actually have them be done inside. And then there's a little loft up here where maybe a servant or maybe the dressmaker would sleep. This little candle there. And then as we move over, this is the best bedroom of the inn. So you can see it's got this nice modern bed. If I zoom up, you can see the nightstand there. I decided to put these beams in. Just it was a little bit weird with where the wallpaper ended, so that seemed to give it a little bit better transition. And then there is the fireplace and our little vanity. There's a ball at the assembly rooms at the inn tonight, so perhaps she's got her necklace out for the ball. And you can see there's the bathtub in the corner there. And we'll move over. Here's another private parlor that maybe somebody has rented out. You see we've got some books here, and again the lighted fireplace. The fireplaces are from Herdwick Landscapes, and I absolutely love them. I just got them all finally wired today, so I'm pretty stoked that they're all working. That was a bit of an adventure. Not because they were difficult to use, but because I forgot to wire one at first. I thought there were 4 in that first building I showed, and it turns out there were 5. So I forgot one. And you can see here's another nice bedroom here. We got this 4-poster. That's from Petworth Miniatures. There's a lot of furniture here from Petworth Miniatures, and then of course from Petite Properties, which these 2 buildings are from. I've got more details on where everything comes from in my blog, but I wanted to call out some of the really sort of MVPs of this project. You can see there's our trunk there, and the parasol, and maybe we've got a dress hanging out. Having a hard time focusing. There we go. And some boots. And there's another fireplace. This is set sort of in a range of times, basically, that would have been the coaching era. So some things are a bit more, earlier Georgian era, and then some things are more Regency. And you can see we've got here our little urine basin, and then of course the chamber pot, because we need that. As we go down, this would be the booking office for the inn. So if you wanted to book a place on a stagecoach or something like that, you could come in that door there and go to the booking office and get that booked. And let's see if I can get the detail on that any better, maybe. There we go. There's our coachway that the coaches would go through. And then there was often a waiting room for the stagecoach passengers. So this is the waiting room. If you were taking the stagecoach, you could stop and have a brief little meal here. Again, with the fireplace. And the wood paneling was tricky to do, but I'm glad that I did it. I think it really adds to this room. You can see our little waiting area. Lots of food here in the cabinet to tempt you if you wanted to dine while you waited for the stagecoach. And now we'll move over. There's actually 2 kitchens in this. This is sort of the official kitchen, and then there's sort of a servants' hall slash overflow kitchen if they were needing to cook a lot of meals. But this one's got the lighted stove, again from Herdwick Landscapes. And I just absolutely love this. You can mostly see the kitchen, which I would have been pretty sad if that got cut off in the final thing. But make sure I get lots of video of it now. And then you can see that the table's also set here. Often the sort of lower class of passengers would actually dine in the kitchen rather than one of the other dining areas. So I've put some food on the table for them to eat here. Let me see if I can zoom into some of these things here in the back just to show that detail. I think my camera's like, what are you doing? And then if we come back around, we're back to the shop. So I'll show you all of these buildings just all together. Again from the back. And that is the first part of the project. As you can see, we are not finished back here. The base is sort of laid and prepped, and I'm ready for the electrical, but that's not done yet. So I'll come back with another video when this is all done to show you all of these features. But I hope you enjoyed this little walkthrough.